Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Victory Shades Saturday, everyone. Barcelona beat Leganés and we have completed the comeback. And I want to read it to you because this is extremely necessary. I'm going to put it on this, I'm going to put up this picture. Osasuna beat Barcelona 4-2 in the first game last year. Barcelona beats them 3-0. Real Sociedad 1-0. Barcelona beats them 4-0. Barcelona loses to Las Palmas 2-1. We beat them 2-0. Barcelona loses 2-1 on that nightmare before Christmas. And Barcelona beats Atletico Madrid 4-2. And last but not least, Leganes beats 1-0 Barcelona at the Montjuic. And we have, ladies and gentlemen, completed a comeback. Barcelona, best team in the world. Make sure you hit the like button if you're a Barcelona fan. This is the channel for you. This is where we speak facts. And Barcelona just completed and won half a league. These are the games that won you La Liga. A dreadful game. A freaking team that plays you like Getafe, who just backed up with a low block and played to perfection. And Barcelona didn't find a way and until the second half. But either way, no matter how you slice it, people may say it's lucky. There's Barcelona fans panicking on Twitter, all over Twitter, that Barcelona has only scored 3 goals and is only averaging 1 goal per game in the last 3 La Liga games. It does not matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona, it's 7 points clear of Real Madrid, and they have to win tomorrow. That's a tough team. Alaves is not an easy team for Real Madrid. Remember, at the Bernabeu, Alaves was beating Real Madrid 2-1, and actually Real Madrid tied the game at like the 90th minute or 88th minute or something like that, if I can remember correctly. So that's not going to be a walk in the park for them. But this game, we knew we're going to have to grind it out. We knew the type of team that Leganes gave Atletico Madrid problems, gave Real Madrid problems. And if it wasn't because Mbappe was off the charts and scored 2 bangers in that game, Leganes would have given Real Madrid all they can handle. This team is nothing to sneeze at. This team, even though they're in relegation, they're fighting for their life. They wanted the 1 point, and boy, they had their fair chances. Then some of them were missed. Some of them were Chesney was incredible. Some of them was Inigo Martinez was just incredible. And right before the end of the half, a really, really bad half for Barcelona. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have our captain, Rafinha, sprinting all the way down the field from the forward position. This is the difference. This is the difference between Real Madrid and Barcelona this season. Is that Barcelona fights for every ball, fights for every, and Rafinha was the number one reason why Barcelona did not drop points tonight. And honestly, he sprints down before the end of the half at like the 47th minute, and it was a transition comeback, and they had everything to score, and Rafinha slides before the forward can get to this ball. And what an incredible, I could not wrap my head around that at half, how Barcelona was able to do something like that. But let's talk about the game, shall we? Let's talk about how Hansi Flick made some changes, because the first half was really wacky, and Barcelona made some difference, some rotations that would eventually kind of suffer. Let's take a look at the table real quick. So Barcelona right now, it's 70 points. Real Madrid with 63 points, and Real Madrid plays Alaves tomorrow morning, early in the morning. This is a must win now for Real Madrid. If Barcelona can just get a draw against Real Madrid in El Clásico, Barcelona is going to win this league, guys. This is the game. This is how important. Why are people so worried about how Barcelona won this game? At the end of the game, this is the games that win you leagues. Getting 3 points should be all that matters to Barcelona right now. And look, let's get into the lineup. So we had some changes. Of course, Chesney on goal, Araujo, who didn't have the best game, to be honest with you. Kunde was the best. He ran around like a maniac. Martinez, what an incredible performance, especially that last slide. Did you guys see the last slide that he did? It was an incredible transition play once again. This is the only thing they had going for them. It's just literally a counter attack. And Inigo Martinez with that slide, with that tackle, perfect way to get that job done. And Balde, unfortunately, guys, I have really bad news. Let's talk about injuries. Balde is supposed to be out for 2 to 3 weeks is what they're saying, but it's a hamstring, so most likely it's going to be 4 weeks. So he may not be for the Copa del Rey. That's a major blow. That's a good news for Real Madrid, bad news for Barcelona, because even though we have Gerard Martin, who's pretty solid on defense, he doesn't give you that electricity, that energy, attacking wise. So we lose that. So Eric Garcia will start, which had a solid game. Can't really bash him. He's not Frankie De Jong, okay? As soon as Frankie de Jong came in the second half, it was a different Barcelona. And guys, who would have thought this? Who would have thought that we needed Frankie de Jong as much as we need him right now? It's incredible. Pedri was isolated. Pedri felt like he was alone most of the game. He looked pretty gassed. He still had a great game, 7.7. I thought he had struggled a little bit connecting with Fermin Lopez, who, let's talk about Fermin Lopez for a second. I think he would have scored such an amazing goal. That was so frustrating that that's 2 games in a row where Fermin Lopez could have bangers, and he takes a ball in the middle of the box and dribbles 3 Leganés players in such a short space and ends up with a sitter, and somehow he misses the goal. I cannot understand it for the life of me. How did he miss the sitter, guys? I have no idea. Like that was an incredible play. Too bad it didn't end up in a goal. So Lamine Yamal, he was the most active player. He's the one that always proposes. Even a 6.9, I disagree. He had more of like a 7.5, 7.9 because he's always so involved in the Barcelona offense. This offense goes as much as Lamine Yamal goes. The only thing that Lamine Yamal was missing is with the last pass, making the right play. I think he needs to be a little bit better in the last couple of games at just making the right play. But hey, how can we expect this team to score 4 goals in every game, guys? How can we expect this team to just bring it up? We have had, yet again, another 4 games in 10 days. I'm sorry, 10, yeah, 4 games in 10 days. That's insane because they made us play the Osasuna game at the break of international break. Barcelona is going to have the monkey on their backs. And if they look tired, it's because it's rightfully so. This team should be tired. And, Hansi Flick tried to rotate some players, but at the end of the day, most of these players have to go out and get it done. We couldn't get it done in the first half. Lewandowski also, I didn't think he had the worst game. He's been playing better as of late, but he just couldn't have enough chances. He didn't have any shots on goal again. Actually, he had one header on, but he missed the goal completely. That was the closest thing he had to scoring a goal, which is too bad. I was ready to celebrate his 100th goal for Barcelona, and hey, he's gonna have to wait one more game, and I think he may get it at the Champions League where it matters most. So, with that being said, in the second half, that's the thing with Hansi Flick. He's not waiting around like Ancelotti does, and he's just gonna go out there and try to win this game. Frankie De Jong came in the second half, guys, right off the bat, putting in as well Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres came in a little bit later, but from the beginning was Gerard Martin, who played pretty solid, and was Frankie De Jong, and you can already see how big of a difference it made bringing Frankie De Jong in the second half, and that association with Pedri Gonzalez, and try to get Fermin Lopez more involved. And Fermin Lopez, this is the thing with Fermin Lopez. This is the frustrating thing about him. It's not consistent. He had an amazing game against the Borussia Dortmund, and this matchup with a low block team, he just didn't match up really well against them and just couldn't find his way and his rhythm, and he really struggled and just didn't have the best game. And Gavi, pretty okay game, 6.5. I thought he was making playing more on defense. Ferran Torres also came in. I thought he had an okay game, but let me know, you guys. Pau Cubarsí came in the second half. I think it was because Hansi Flick saw that the defense was struggling a little bit, and he took out Eddie Garcia, bringing Pau Cubarsí. Remember, Eddie Garcia played as a CB in the second half. Araujo came out, and I guess it was just a healthy scratch. He just came out because Flick didn't like what he was seeing. I thought he was having a pretty solid game. Didn't think he was making mistakes, but in Flick we trust. He put Eddie Garcia at the back, and then he subbed him out for Cubarsí. So I don't know if that's something that he saw. And Frankie de Jong was in the double pivot with Pedro Gonzalez. To me, my man of the match is going to be Rafinha, and that is why I'm leaving him for last. I haven't really spoken about him, but what I did say, remember that slide before the end of the second half? That slide for Íñigo Martinez, I really, really do believe this to my core. Those are the two plays that changed this game. This game, the way it was complicated and where like Leganés took this game with extremely low block, and these teams should be relegated for not playing football. These are the epitome of a anti-football team, like Getafe. Like, these teams don't want to play you, bro. They just want a point. Like, that's so stupid. They were wasting so much time in the first half, it was ridiculous. But those two plays could have been disastrous for Barcelona, and Íñigo Martinez, Rafinha saving the day, and not only that, but the own goal that came in at the 46th minute, at the 48th minute by Sens. He kind of Rafinha was trying to cross it to Lewandowski. He was trying to find Lewandowski, and he slides and somehow finds the back of the net, and that's all Rafinha to making that cross. You got to give it credit to him, putting the ball in a spot where it could get either an own goal or Lewandowski kick. So let's give credit where credit is due. Rafinha putting the team on his back tonight. I would say that he is my man of the match because he was just a force to be reckoned with. He was just kind of like pushing the team to get this W. You need a captain, you need a person, you need a leader in these situations, and I thought Rafinha was that guy tonight, and let's give him credit. Let's hope that Balde can get back soon rather than later, and hopefully we can get him back for the Copa del Rey against Real Madrid. I'm gonna cut this video now, and you guys will let me know in the comments what are your thoughts. Who is the man of the match? Please help the channel, and if you made it this far, I want to tell you a tactical video will be coming out for this game, and let's get this W in the Champions League as well. Please, guys, thank you so much for watching until the end. Please like and subscribe and comment your thoughts.